Hi guys, welcome! In this video, I'll share my knowledge about Auto Attack Arcane Master. Auto Attack Arcane Master is currently a popular build at the moment because of how fast it can melt enemies, especially in PvP. I'll share my knowledge on its equips, stats, skill build, runes, ancient relic, oracle mirror, and some additional information along the way. Please take note that all information will be related to PvP and it's based on my personal experience, research, and asking around. Also, please stay tuned for codes that I will flash within the length of the video. Alright, without further ado, let's begin. First, let's start with equips. In the interest of time, I'll share the end goal options for each slot. This includes hard to get cards like undead cards. The best equipment for offhand is Demon Hunter's Trophy, or its Brave equivalent. It gives a lot of Ignore Magic defense. Its random attribute should be Max Ignore Magic defense and its enchant should be Insight 4 or Ignore Magic defense plus 20%. As for card, we have a lot of options. Currently, I'm using Anubis Star since I want additional damage to boost my Tetra Vortex. But you can choose any of the following depending on your preference. For armor, you should aim for Dream Eater's Disguise or its legend equivalent. Aim for max elemental attack for random attribute. For enchant, you can opt to go with status resist. As for me, I'm using max fear resist to counter Thanatos. There are also a lot of cards you can equip. Please see the listed cards shown. Currently, I'm using Nightmare Star card for faster white barrier cooldown and sometimes switch to Dokobi to avoid being rooted. For garment, get classical robe or its brave equivalent. Aim for max skill damage for random attribute. Enchant could be resist, but I'm currently using Arcane 4 which increase magic damage by 8%. If you can get Arcane 4 with status resist, the better. For card, aim for the following, but in my own preference, I'm using Devil's Squid for those without True Sight Relic. For shoes, you can use Glorious War Boots or its legend equivalent, or Order Guardian or its brave equivalent. Aim for max magic damage for Glorious War Boots or max magic penetration for Order Guardian. Like Garment Enchant, aim for resist or Arcane 4 with resist. For card, there's only one card which is Moonlight Flower Star. I already tried Edgar Star but I feel that it's not good, especially for chasing dying key targets. For accessories, I'm using 2 Red Rose hair clip. I haven't tried other accessories, but you can also use Ring of Radiance or Sage Duty. All accessories should be legend items and aim for max random attribute for both lines. For enchant, go for 2 Anti-Mage 4 which gives magic penetration plus 6%. Cards vary based on your preference. I'm currently using Osiris and Smokey for efficiency, but I'm aiming to get at least one Witch of Calamity card. For weapon, there's only one weapon for Auto Attack Arcane Master. It's Scepter of Shadowy Wind. Aim for plus 15 to unlock its full potential. For every 6 agi, it gives additional wind attack % and allows you to cast Lightning Meteor when doing auto attacks. For enchant, I'm using Fear Resist, but you can use any enchants that you prefer. For cards, the best in slot are Dead Soul and Mistress the Revenant. Other cards in the list can be used as long as you have the combo effect, but right now I'm using 2 Incantation Samurai cards. There are a lot of headgears out there that you can use that depends on your preference or what your character needs. But now I'll just share what I'm currently using. My right side revolves around skill damage and crit chance. For head, I'm using Wheel of Fortune 4-Leaf Clover since it allows my magic skills to do critical damage. For enchants, aim for stat enchants. The card I'm currently using is Sealed Apocalypse, but you can use any cards that you want in the list. I prefer Walter card though. For face, I'm using Winter Crown. For enchant, aim for Insight 4. For mouth, I'm using Light Food for plus 5 skill damage. For enchant, aim for magic attack or stats. For back, choose Economy as movement since it gives additional crit chance. Get Insight 4 for enchant. And lastly, for tail, I'm using Beautiful Ensemble which gives all stats plus 5 and a maximum of 8% skill damage. For enchant, get Arcane 4. Let's go now to stats. Since I'm using Beautiful Ensemble, I made sure when eating Meal B, all my stats are at least 119. I also made sure that my Agi and Luck are both divisible by 6, my Int at least 400, and the rest I placed in Dex. Get Magic Penetration, Skill Damage, and Magic Damage as high as you can, and aim to have at least 200 Ignore Magic defense. Also, make sure to balance them out. Next is skill tree. You can follow my skill build if you wish. Take note that this skill tree is based on ML star card, so white barrier is only level 2. Also note that my elemental enhancement is only level 5 since further levels will not give damage boost to my skills. My manual and auto skill slot are as follows. Next is Acer Monument. Get all except for Sight Blessing. Since when you have that, you can place both Hide and Sight in Prepare for Relief. Sight will negate the Hide effect from Smoky. For advanced runes, get the following. 3-star Soul Vortex rune, High First Line Frost Curse rune, High First Line Nether Prison rune with 3rd line unlock, 3-star Thunder Lightning rune, 3rd line unlock Cretaceous Barrier rune, and High First Line and 2nd line Heart Vortex Star rune with 3rd line unlock. For Attribute rune, get Elemental Attack, Illusion Attack, Agi buff, Luck buff, Steel Death, Exorcism Attack, Spirit Attack, Incantation Attack, Int buff, and Divine Attack. If I get a very good Heart Vortex Star rune, I'll carve it and change Divine Attack to either Dex or Vit buff. Note, in this setup, I carved the def requirement of Cretaceous Barrier rune. For Ancient Relic, depending on your preference and circumstance, you can use Lord of Vayne, Secret Cloak, Horn of Unyielding, or Horn of Watcher. I'm currently using Lord of Bane, but I'm aiming to get Secret Cloak for Anti-Magic Reflect. For Oracle Mirror, you can use Outbook Page 2, Abri Bow, or Stick of Wicked Thought for attack, and Death Cut Armor or Meteorite Armor for defense. Now let me show you one of my Auto Attack Arcane Master POV in PvP. While watching, I will give you some tips. If you have the chance, cast Stasis to enemy Arcane Master or any character dependent on auto attacks. Stasis prevents enemies to use magic skills or auto attacks. If you see the enemy Arcane Master under White Barrier, cast White Imprison to the enemy followed by Tetra Vortex. Tip number 3. Only engage if you have Fate Prey from Saint, White Barrier, and or Understealth. Tip number 4. Sometimes, stay alert will help you especially when against Thanatos. Tip number 5. Use Flame Heart to enable a light when doing auto attacks. And lastly, if enemy is hidden, use Sandstorm. Sandstorm works even above enemy Earthfield. By the way, for this video, I assume that you already have Max Guild Blessing, Prayer, and Anvil. Okay, that's it for now. If you have questions, just comment below. I'll try to answer as best as I can. Hope you guys learned something today. Until next time, thank you for watching.